There are so many things happening in technology. Every day, we wake up and find a new word or a new technology that has come in, which promises to change everyone's life forever. There was blockchain, and then there's obviously artificial intelligence, there's 3D printing, there's so much quantum computing, there is so much. And one of the things which I have found is that technology is something which everyone wants to know about and understand because many times it's right, these technologies are going to change our world, at least for the good or for the better, that remains to be seen, but it's certainly going to happen. So I thought that I would start talking about some of these technologies and demystifying them so that everyone can understand what they really mean. The technology that I've chosen today, or the tech that I've chosen today, is perhaps the word of the moment. It's the most hyped up uh, tech word, at least at this point of time. In fact, so much so that a giant company has changed its name to reflect this. Obviously, I'm talking about Facebook, and it's changing its name to Meta after the word of the moment, which is Metaverse. So, what is this Metaverse? And by the way, it's not only Facebook. There's Microsoft, there's Nike, Snap, Nvidia, Epic Games, Roblox, Tencent, everything. In fact, yesterday I read that South Korea intends to be the first metaverse nation. So I, in the next few minutes, I thought I will just try and demystify this word so that we understand it better. Look, there are more memes about the metaverse than actual, real, rational writings. But having gone through that, all of those, and then watching what is really happening, there are actually four lenses or four views of the metaverse, the way I look at it. The first one is the mixed reality lens. Now, mixed reality is a word for artificial reality or virtual reality or augmented reality. And basically, this is what Facebook seems to be wanting to do. Create a new world which is clean, well lit, virtual world, which you enter with virtual and augmented reality hardware, and then with more advanced body sensors, and you live in this world and you play virtual games, you attend virtual concerts, shop virtually, pretty much live there virtually. That is one lens. The second lens is the gaming lens. And gamers amongst you here would argue that massive multiplayer online role playing games, or MMORPGs as they are called, actually have been a metaverse. People have lived in them. Games like Minecraft, World of Warcraft, where you live in as avatars. And obviously, companies like Epic Games with Grand Theft Auto or Roblox, or now even Microsoft, which owns Minecraft, is looking at metaverse through this lens. The third lens is the avatar lens. Over the last 2 years, we have learned to live virtually, at least work virtually in Zoom and Microsoft Teams and equivalent. And so it's just one more next step for someone like a Microsoft, for example, to say that you can now attend these meetings not only as yourselves, but also as your avatar. And what what Microsoft is going to do, as the Financial Times reports, is to use AI to make these avatars' lips move as if the words are being spoken, give them expressions, hand gestures, etc. And Microsoft has a lot of uh, assets. They have 250 million team users. They own the AR headset, HoloLens. Minecraft, as I said, is owned by them. And so you can, Satya Nadella says he's building the enterprise metaverse. They've already started creating an underlying platform called Mesh for that. And so this video avatar lens is what I think how Microsoft looks at the metaverse. And then finally, is the most intriguing of them all, the crypto NFT lens. The crypto world, as you know, has been creating a parallel universe under our very noses. It started with alternative money like Bitcoin, Ether, etc. Then it moved to create a whole alternative financial universe called DeFi, or distributed finance, where every instrument of finance, fixed deposits, derivatives, bank loans, etc., is now available in a decentralized, crowdsourced world powered by blockchains. Now, there are NFTs or non fungible tokens where creativity, individual creativity, can be monetized in a purely alternative virtual environment. And so I think this is going to happen to education, recruitment, jobs. And this is the fourth lens, the crypto NFT lens, and probably the lens which I believe is going to be the real metaverse. And it's going to bring all of these together. And that's how I see it. It's not one of these four views or four lenses. It is basically all four of them coming together. Actually, the best description of the metaverse has come from a tech Twitter guru, serial founder. He's called Shan Puri, and he's very active on Twitter. And he said it very, very well, which make me and many others actually understand what metaverse is. And what he said in short is the following: everyone is wrong. Most people think the metaverse is a virtual place, a virtual world, like Minecraft, Roblox, or like Zuckerberg showed in his Facebook demo. But what it is, but what if it's not a place? And he says it's not a place, it's a time. Yes, a moment in time. In AI, there's an idea called the singularity. The singularity is a moment in time when AI becomes smarter than humans. And he says the metaverse is the moment in time where our digital life is worth more to us than our physical life. This is not an overnight change, it's a gradual change that's been happening for the last 20 years. Every important part of life is going digital. Work is moved from factories to laptops, boardrooms to Zooms. Friends have moved from neighbors to followers. Where do you find like-minded people? Twitter, Reddit. Games, more people or more kids play Fortnite than basketball and football combined. Identity. Filters are the new makeup. Stories are our personal billboard to broadcast who you are. What matters more, what you look like in real life or what you look like in Instagram? Everything, he says, is going digital. Your friends, your job, your identity. And now with crypto, your assets are online too. Bored apes, which is a popular NFT, are the new Rolex. Fortnite skins are the new skinny jeans. If everyone hangs out online all the time, then your flexes need to be digital. So he says, if you play this forward another 10, 20 years, we will cross into the metaverse. The moment in time where digital matters more to us than physical. So it's a time, not a place, according to Shah, and I think he's kind of nailed it. But the word metaverse, to conclude, actually came from a science fiction writer called Neil Stephenson, who actually coined this word in his book Snow Crash, which has suddenly become famous. And later on, when he was interviewed for it, Stephenson famously said that he was just making shit up. So maybe that's what the metaverse is, hyped up word or a real place where we will all live one day. Thank you. So that was about the metaverse today.